Good morning. It is game number 11, and forgive myself and Stephen Parks if our voices throughout the day are going to be quite scratchy because we have dug in this weekend. We're out in game 16 of the Scorpion tournament, Scorpion Invite. And we're going to see the game between the Grants Pirates, they're the home team, and the Aztec Tigers. I'm Albert Velarde. Alongside me today is going to be Corey Kitchens on the mic. And, of course, we got Stephen Parks doing cameras and whatnot. But what an excellent game this is going to be. Aztec, the visiting team. So I'll give you the starting lineup for the Aztec Tigers. Leading off is going to be number 24, Jaden Brooks. Hitting second, number 12, Hunter Clark. Hitting third is number 4, Dalton Wilmer. Hitting cleanup, number 17, Kel Watson. Hitting fifth, number 7, Corey Douglas, and hitting sixth, number 6, Tyler Ray. Hitting seventh, number 20, Uriah Gonzalez, and hitting eighth is number 18, Caleb Hales. Hitting ninth is number 3, Christian Holmes.
All right, and defensively for the Grants Pirates, we are going to have number 42, Evan Taylor, out on the mound today. Behind the plate is going to be number 9, Diego Lopez. Over at first base, number 13, Nico Young. At second base, number 24, Josiah Marquez. Over on third, number 5, Domingo Gonzalez. At shortstop, number 6, Steve Barella. Out in left field, we're going to have number 4, Chris Chambers. And center field is going to be number 3, Bodie Melonias. That's Bobo. And out in right field is going to be number 22, Noah Lundstrom. You know, we kind of giggle there because it's been such a fun last couple of days for us, and we've kind of gotten to know some of you through the social media, through Facebook and texting in, and so we really enjoy that. That's why we've been calling him Bobo because we heard that's his nickname.
I literally wrote it down in my lineup today. So
that's good
Aztec,
stuff.
they'll be in the white pinstripe uniforms trimmed in orange. Grants coming in with their red jerseys in gray. Hey, we heard from a ton of Grants fans yesterday, and we would love to hear from you all again today. Shoot us a text message at 505-701-2222. That's 505-701-2222. Or hit us up on Facebook, as Stephen Parks is on Facebook duty today.
And that's right. And, hey, you know what? I learned how to turn on the live chat on YouTube as well. So that one is up and running. I'm going to try to get on there and look. So if you post something on the YouTube as well, I'll try to see if I can't somewhat keep up with that as well. But we got a lot going on here, but we are definitely gonna try to have some fun today doing these last 5 games of the Scorpion Invite.
Well, Corey, you're quite familiar with the Aztec Tigers. We both played baseball over at Aztec. What do you expect to see these guys come out and do today? I mean, they got shellacked yesterday. Certainly going to be a different story, hopefully, for them today.
Yeah, I think they come out with a little momentum today. I think you just take yesterday, and the only thing you bring from yesterday are the lessons you learned, right? You move forward. Don't worry about what the score was. You just come out aggressive and try to get some positives rolling early in this first inning.
Let's see what Coach Favorino and the Aztec Tigers have in store for themselves today. And again, we got that beautiful, amazing outfield camera shot coming in for you. And we're going to get set and ready to go. It's the left fielder, number 24, Jaden Brooks, at the plate to lead off the Aztec Tigers. And he was 0 for 3 in yesterday's game against Durango. He's going to be looking to get this team rocking and rolling early here in the top of the first inning. Look at strike one.
Yeah, and Aztec really needs to get things going today. They had a rough day yesterday, but they have an opportunity there, and there's a hit. Oh, it's going to fall in, and Barella scoops it up. Oh, and he makes it to first base. So good job by Jaden Brooks as he gets the Tigers started off right today here in Game 11.
Well, I'll tell you what, 16, I said 11. You're taking the word for me.
What did I say?
11. Because I said 11 early. It's Game 16. And you know, Stephen, the reason Brooks gets to first is he got out of the box.
All right.
So, you're right. It is Game 11.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we've already had 2 games.
I was all confused. Nice job by Barella to get that. And they will turn the double play. That was just a great job, as that was a hard one. It kind of took a weird bounce, and Barella kind of caught it over his shoulder, but he gets it to the second baseman for the 6-4, 4-3 out, number 1 and 2, I should say. Double play.
You can't tell my mind's burnt already.
Yeah.
I'm talking myself into game 16, and I was right the first time in game 11.
You're ready to go already.
It's Dalton Wilmer, who's the pitcher for the Aztec Tigers today, hitting in the 3 spot. He'll look at ball 1, and we got the umpire, Albie Bugno, behind the dish today. We didn't see him yesterday, so they must have given him the day off, but he might have been at one of the other 18 fields that we got tournaments going on today, because there's strike 1. You've got the Scorpion Invite Varsity Tournament. You got the Scorpion Invite JV Tournament. You got the PV Scorpion Girls Softball Tournament going on. And you got the Youth Baseball Tournament going on in Aztec.
And you got the cheerleaders down in Albuquerque, right?
And you know what? Thank you, Stephen. We want to wish all our local cheerleaders, dance teams, co-ed teams down there for the state tournament. Aztec, Bloomfield, Kirtland, Farmington High School, and Pager Vista. We wish you all the best of luck from Desert Sports Live and the family to you guys. There's strike 2 to the count on Wilmer. And yesterday, for the Aztec Tigers, Wilmer was 0 for 2.
He's going to foul that one off down the third baseline.
Well, I think what we see different today, Stephen and Corey, is the fact that Aztec is very aggressive at the plate today.
Yeah, they come right out swinging, getting some hits. It's going to be tough. There's a little dinker back to Taylor, and he's going to get it over to first for the 1-3 out, number 3, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 now. No runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no errors. No runs, 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Grant's errors. I apologize because Jaden Brooks did get his hit. Don't want to take that away from him. But Grant's defense is tough. It's going to be tough today for the Tigers.
All the way around the infield. All right, here we go. For Grant's hitting lineup, it shakes out like this. Leading off for the Pirates is number 6, Steve Barella. Hitting second, number 24, Josiah Marcus. Hitting third is number 5, Dominic Gonzalez. Hitting cleanup, number 13, Nico Young. Hitting fifth, number 22, Noah Lundstrom. Hitting sixth, number 3, Bobo Malañas. Hitting 7th is number 9, Diego Lopez. Hitting 8th is number 1, Zeeth Vilasanya. He's the designated hitter. Hitting 9th is number 4, Chris Chambers.
I might have to, before I go through the defensive lineup, I didn't get a catcher for Aztec, did I not?
It is Sagata.
Okay. All right, out on the mound is going to be number 4, Dalton Wilmer. And what is Sagata's number? For some reason, I don't have him on my...
11, Brody Sagata.
11, okay. Brody Sagata will be behind the dish. Apologize for that, folks. Number 12, Hunter Clark, will be over at first base. At second base will be number 4, Dalton Wilmer. At third base is going to be number 20, Uriah Gonzalez. At shortstop today is going to be number 17, Cale Watson. Out in left field is going to be number 24, Jaden Brooks. Center field, number 7, Corey Douglas. And out in right field, number 3, Christian Holmes.
Well, if you're the Aztec Tigers, Stephen, we've gotten to see Dalton Wilmer throw twice now already in this season, and he is tough. He's a really tough pitcher today. He really needs his defense to back him up. At the last time he threw, we had just a ton of unforced errors defensively for the Aztec Tigers, and what you want to see out of your team is improvement every single game.
Yeah, and Dalton Wilmer, he's a great athlete. He played quarterback on the football team, and just a fantastic athlete, as I said. So there's no surprise that we're seeing him on the mound here today against a tough Grants team. They're going to need some good pitching to take on Grants. We've seen Grants play, and man, this is going to be a contender this year, I think.
Absolutely.
This team.
Well, it's Steve Barella, the leadoff hitter, the shortstop for the Grants Pirates. And yesterday he had himself a day at the plate. He was 2 for 3 for the Grants Pirates. So that was against Pedro Vista. PV had a really tough pitcher in Trapper Page on the mound. So to go 2 for 3 against a pitcher like Trapper Page, you had a pretty dang good day at the plate.
Yeah. That one's going to go foul down the first baseline. Man, and I'm with you, man. My throat's kind of scratchy too today.
Well, Corey, your approach here for Grants. I mean, have you actually got to watch Grants play yet?
I got to see a little bit as they played PV yesterday afternoon, but they just stay consistently aggressive. They attack the baseball. They're not afraid to get in there and get after it. So I expect more of that. But on the defensive side for Aztec, I'd like to see some energy for them, a little pep in their step to be excited to be out there, kind of provide some spark for them.
That's right. Peppered in there for strike two. Fastball. 1-2 the count. It's a 0 score as we are in the bottom of the first inning. Steven and I were talking about Coach Mike Furby, the head coach for Grants, and we just love his approach to coaching this team. They're never cocky. You never see bad body language out there. You never see them get upset, and you never see them get rattled. That's what we love about this Grants team, and I've got to tell you, they are going to make some noise this year. Line drive right back up the middle, and just missing the line drive was Dalton Wilmer. That's a base hit to lead off for Barella.
Well, we got our first comment coming in here. It's from Philip and Heather, and it says, y'all are definitely some troopers for all the hours you guys put in. We truly appreciate y'all. So thank you, Heather. Yes, it has been a long couple of days, but we have absolutely enjoyed it. We have a lot of fun, and that's what we're here for, is to bring this to you guys, and we enjoy it. So thank you for that comment.
Big-time ball players themselves, Heather and Philip Delgado. I played a number of softball games with those guys. I just love that entire family. Of course, Sebastian Delgado plays second base for Farmington. It was amazing to see him back out on the field. I mean, we think the world of him, but what's even more important, Coach King thinks the world of Delgado.
He had a lot of good things to say.
Absolutely. So looking forward to watching that young man and the Scorpions bounce back tonight in the nightcap at 7:30. It's a 1-0 count to Josiah Marquez. He's going to take a hack and foul that off, so 1-1 the count.
I believe it was Grant's coach you guys had in here the first day of the tournament talking about they're struggling right now. But
I know.
I tell you, it doesn't look that way to me.
We keep laughing about that because they are playing pretty good for sure. And Albert said it. I think just talking with him and when he was in here and his demeanor, the team kind of takes on his personality. He's just a calm guy. He was really easy to talk to, real friendly, just real calm. So we kind of see that in his team here.
Big lead at first. He takes off, and just not enough time for Brody Sagata to throw down to first as the delivery home. It's just taking too long. Aztec's really got to work on that delivery home because they have had a number of bases stolen on them with those long delivery kicks to home plate. Well, you want to hear something funny? I'll bring this up here in a second. It's a 2-1 count. Now they got a runner in scoring position in Barella at second. But here's who Grants has played, guys. Farmington High School. Tough team, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty tough team to go up against. Pueblo West, they won that game. Another tough team. We've seen them play. They're pretty darn good. Grants has also played, I believe it was PV. So 3 top teams in the state of New Mexico, and they played here at Ricketts Park.
Yeah, this is a tough team. We got another comment coming in from Troy and Robin Gonzalez. Definitely appreciate y'all. And we saw them down. Are they down here today? I didn't see them today. So they're down here today. I saw them yesterday. I haven't seen them today, but thank you, Troy and Robin. We appreciate you guys, and thank you for that comment. And we are going to try to get through the rest of these games today, and we're going to have a fun one here this morning, as it is no outs, runners on first and second, and we have number 5, the big third baseman, Dominic Gonzalez, up at the plate, and we've seen him do a lot of good things this weekend.
We certainly have, and of course, Troy and Robin's son is the third baseman for the Aztec Tigers. Had a pretty good day himself yesterday at third base, so looking for more of that today. Quick, just a B move over to first base to keep Marcus close. Barella over at third, so it's first and third for the Grants Pirates. No outs yet, as Barella led off with a base hit. Marcus got the walk. He takes off to second. And there's the cutoff. And typically when you have a cutoff like that, you want to see your second baseman actually run through that cutoff, Corey. Coming from the catcher, he's throwing to a spot, and you've got to run through that spot.
Yeah, so you saw Sagata kind of throw right there, and it bounced to the second baseman. It wasn't that he made a bad throw. It was just the second baseman wasn't where he's supposed to be.
There's a shot out to right field. This is trouble. Can he get there? He
drops it.
Those are those errors that we are talking about right there. That was out number 1, and everybody stays put. And unfortunately for the Tigers, in Christian Holmes, he just flat out dropped the fly ball. That is E9, and 2-run score.
And it's funny, we just got a message here right before all that happened, and it was from Veronica Barella, and she said, "Come on, Estevan, let's go. Let's get on the board. Go Pirates." And he just got on the board, so there you go. He made it happen for you.
Well, it's Nico Young. I mean, really becoming one of our favorite players.
Yeah.
This kid can play some baseball. Really, this entire team can play some baseball from top to bottom of the lineup. And we were talking to MJ Bayless yesterday, and this team is certainly going to have a Connie Mack Summer League team put together. They're going to make some noise in that 5-tool tournament, no doubt about it. They pick up a couple of arms to come down here at 4th of July for that tournament, they're going to look good. I really think the world of this Grants team. I really love their approach on the field, the coach's approach. And Aztec with no outs after the E9. There's a line drive, ground ball to third. Bobble but handled. Here's a throw. Got it. Oh, his foot came off. Did he get it?
Yep, he got it back on there. So good job by Clark to round that up as he gets it over to first base for out number 1. So that'll be the 5-3 out number 1. As Dominic Gonzalez still remains over there on second base, and good job by no, it's not. Is Dominic Gonzalez still out there on second base? Yeah, he is. I thought they might have brought in a runner for him, but no, Uriah Gonzalez over on third base. Nice throw to first for out number 1.
Well, nice recovery. Ground ball to the second baseman. That's Watson, makes an easy play. Notice how he just fields it out front, throws it over to second. Now Gonzalez moves over to third. And Lundstrom is the 4-3 ground ball out number 2.
That's actually Tyler Ray at second base. Kale has moved over to shortstop today. So that was Tyler Ray who made that play for the 4-3 first. Their second out. We have now we got Bobo Malonis up at the bat, and he's going to hit that. That should be Kale Watson. He grabs it, gets it over for the 6-3 out number 3. So good job by Aztec as they come up with 3 straight outs. And, they had that one misstep in that, in that error. It cost them 2 runs. But the defense got behind Wilmer right there, got those 3 outs, and finished out the inning.
This may sound a little harsh, but I'm going to throw it out there. At some point, you have got to make routine outs. There's no more excuses. I don't know what else to say here. I'm an Aztec guy. I grew up in Aztec. I played through that whole program. All my brothers, all my cousins came through there. I love Aztec Tiger baseball. At some point, you have to stop making simple errors on routine out plays. I mean, you just have to.
Well, and I don't disagree with you at all, because if that catch out there in the outfield is made, there's no run scored right now. This is a 0-0 game, right. And we talk about it, and I continue to tell the story because it's one that just sticks in my head. Is we went down to Albuquerque for that PV game against Rio Rancho, and PV was up 5-1 in that game, and they ended up losing 6-5. In the 6th and 7th inning on 2 errors. I think it was the 7th inning on 2 errors that cost them, and that's why we continue to talk about these errors can be so costly if you're not careful.
And that was to get into the state championship.
And Rio Rancho. That's what I was going to say. I forgot that part. Rio Rancho went on to win the state championship, and PV had them beat until the 7th inning of that game, and they had 2 crucial errors. One went under the shortstop's glove out into the outfield. They scored some runs, and then one out in the outfield, he turned the wrong direction to catch that fly ball in center field, and cost them a couple more runs, and anyhow they ended up losing on that. So the errors are absolutely killers in baseball. And we talked to, who was it? Was it Coach King about it being such a chess match? It's a chess match.
Yep.
And you got to make the right moves, and you got to get out on out plays.
Listen, out on out plays, that's not a coaching thing. that has nothing to do with the coach. You're a ball player. You got to step up and make those plays, Corey, at some point. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, after a game like you had yesterday, like I said, you got to leave that, forget about that game and move on. But you can tell just the energy level if you're looking over at Aztec's dugout right now. They seem very flat. They're not super excited right now. You want to, as a coach, you want to see them get fired up, build that character into your team.
There's our guy, Watson. Hammers one to third base, and who's over there to scoop it up? But Dominic Gonzalez, amazing third baseman for Grants, and that's a 5-3 ground ball out, number one.
We have to make sure and say the first name for these Gonzalez's because we got two third
right.
basemen with the last name Gonzalez.
That is right. It's Corey Douglas, the left-hander center fielder, the speedster, stepping up to the plate. And he takes a big hack. I really love Aztec's approach at the plate today. That is a bright, shining star right now early in this game for the Tigers. They're relentless in the box. They're getting up there and taking hacks.
They definitely are. They are not afraid to swing today. They did pretty good yesterday, getting after it at the bats as well. That it was that first day, or was it last week, where they really struggled. When they lost to Kirtland, they just weren't swinging at the ball. But this week they've come out and started swinging, and it's good to see. That'll be strike two, and that's gonna be hit out into right field. Oh, is it gonna get over? Yeah, he did. Man, that waited all the way out to the warning track before it hit the ground. That is a great hit by Corey Douglas as he has a stand-up double.
Man, he hit that to the bottom of the fence.
Yeah.
Corey, if that goes dead right field, it's out of here.
Absolutely. Kind of got in that power alley right there, looking as far deep in the field as he could. But that right there, Albert, if you saw the change in Aztec's dugout right there, just provide that spark, and it changed. The whole momentum flipped right there for Aztec.
Yeah, they need to have some fun today, and they are getting excited over that dugout. You're right. They are definitely getting loud. One out, runner on second now. Scoring position, Tyler Ray, number 6, at the plate.
Well, this kid can play baseball too, and Tyler Ray swung out a off-speed pitch in the dirt, so he's going to have to reset. But this kid can play ball too, and just give Corey Douglas a base hit. That kid will score easily from second. He's that fast. There's a shot to the shortstop. Did not pick up the down angle on the ground ball, and he's going to get tagged out at second. You just cannot take off while the ball's hit on the ground right behind you to the shortstop. He just got a little. I think he just was pumped up out there, and maybe just lost his train of thought for a second. But a base running error by Douglas gets him thrown out on the fielder's choice. Yep. So Tyler Ray standing over at first. That was a 6-5 throw out by the shortstop to the third baseman in Barella over to Gonzalez. That's Dominic Gonzalez. And now we got the big guy. Got him picked off.
Oh, he got
Picked him off over at first. Yeah. Tyler Ray got thrown out and picked off, and that's the 1-3 pickoff for out number 3.
And that's 2 base running errors in a row. And man, you've got to be paying attention in that situation, especially against a team like Grants. They've got several pitchers, and I think he talked about the depth that he has in pitching. And Evan Taylor just guns that thing over to first, and Tyler Ray gets caught leaning the wrong direction, off balance, and can't get back to the bag in time. So that'll be out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no runners left on base, and no Grants errors. So after the top of the second inning, the score remains 2-0.
Well, you got to like Aztec's energy and approach offensively. That is, they clean up some of them base running errors, and you're going to have base running errors. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you're not going to have those. Every team has had them this week, and I certainly am encouraged by Aztec's approach at the plate. Really, right now, what really gets them, guys, is their defensive play. They've got to clean up defensively, Corey, and keep themselves in this ball game.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera still set.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm going to take this. Maybe I'm giving Corey too much over there, too.
Corey's got too many things going on.
Over to him. I didn't realize what he was doing. Sorry, man.
Corey's over here on production. He's got a headset on. He's trying to help Albert and I out. As man, our voices are are having a little bit of a tough time, as we've called 10 games straight in the last 2 days, and we are now on game 11, right? Is it 11, or are you still working on getting to game 16?
It is 11. I don't want game 16. I love baseball, but game 16 is a no-go for me.
Yeah, so no, folks, we really have enjoyed doing this. It's just, man, it can be tough. And Albert and I are both talkers, but it can be tough to talk this long for this many days in a row.
That's true.
We have number 9, Diego Lopez, the catcher, now at the plate for the Grants Pirates as they have a 2-0 lead. Here comes Wilmer working from the windup. There's the pitch in the dirt. That's going to be ball 1.
Well, if it kind of tells a story here in the bottom of the second inning, Wilmer thus far has only given up 1 earned run. There was an error that brought in the second run, so 1 earned run thus far. And there's an inside pitch for strike 1. And old Diego Lopez did not like that spot. Here comes Wilmer out of the windup. And I know a lot of pitchers, and I'll battle with any coach out there that wants to go back and forth this. Corey, I like a pitcher working out of the windup because it gives you all sorts of momentum.
Yeah, I wasn't a pitcher when I did. I actually liked working from the stretch. It seemed like I would get myself too wound up as I came from the windup. So I'm just the opposite of you. I worked better from the stretch.
Well, you look in the pros and you see a lot of pro college players, and they'll talk about how they like to that ball bit Brody Sagata yet again. And I got to talk to Brody before the game, and I asked him, man, how you feeling? He says, I'm pretty beat up. I'm not even going to lie, but I'm ready to go. And that's what you want to hear out of your players. Yeah. You know, I'm ready to go.
He's a good kid. He's just a tough kid.
He sure is.
Doesn't surprise me at all that he said he was ready to go.
He got blasted yesterday behind the plate, and that's going to draw the walk for Diego Lopez. And that'll bring up the 8-spot hitter, the designated hitter, number 1, Zeth Velasanya, coming up to the plate. Well,
you're going to bring in a courtesy runner?
No. The young lady that told us about the lineup, she said Velasanya was the designated hitter, and that's not the case.
That's what I have on mine. I have him as the designated hitter on mine.
So he is number 34?
Yeah, 34. Yeah.
Well, then that's on me. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, so Zeth Viasanya, the designated hitter, he's got a runner on first, no outs, and Wilmer's going to check the runner over at first base. They had number 6 come in as the courtesy runner. Let me see if It
can't be Tyler. Oh, I'm sorry, for Grants?
Yeah, for Grants. Do you have
It is Esteban Barella.
It is? Or maybe it's 8. Sorry, because Esteban's in the game.
Yeah, I don't have an 8.
I can't see the number. You're going to have to get your binoculars out. My old eyes can't see down there. I thought it was 6, but
hey, you can see long ways, and I can't see long ways. But I can see.
It looked
short.
like a 6, but
maybe
it is an 8.
Yeah, we like to laugh at ourselves, folks. That is number 15.
Oh, 15. What's on the front?
It's
that's a G on the front. That's why I thought it was 6.
That's
not a
Josiah
number.
Josiah Ortega.
I apologize, folks.
Are we starting our day off already?
Oh, my gosh.
I know I am, Steven. I didn't think you were, but I guess it's both of us.
It's a good thing you ran to second so you could get the number off the back of his jersey so we could get that name.
It's a 1-1 count. There's the inside pitch for ball 2. 2-1, the count on Zeth Velasanya. And the Grants Pirates have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning with no outs, and they got Lopez drew the walk, but you got Josiah Ortega over there at second base. And again, I think this is one of the toughest things you have as a team is when your pitchers are consistently throwing the ball in the dirt. Your catcher, Corey, you were a catcher, man. After a while, it just wears you down. I mean, it just wears you down, doesn't it?
Yeah, like constantly going down for the ball and chasing. I mean, you think about it, the catcher is involved in every play of the game. So if you're constantly chasing the ball around, then you expect yourself to wear down.
Well, Velasanya will draw the walk. He'll trot on down to first base. And Brody Sagata will call timeout, come have a conversation with his pitcher. And it'll bring up the 9-spot hitter. It's the left fielder, number 4, Chris Chambers. And let's see what Chambers did yesterday, Steven. find him. Here we go. Chris Chambers was not in the game yesterday, so he's going to get a first at bat here, or at least in the last 2 days anyways.
Yeah, so he's going to get a chance to get in the game today as he's playing in left field, and here he comes for his first at bat. As there is no outs, runners on first and third here in the bottom of the second. And that's, going to be ball one.
I'm over here giving this, but the umpire had a different idea about it. This is his first at bat in this tournament, so he's getting a chance to play for the first time here for the Grants Pirates in this Scorpion Invite. He does not have an at bat or takes off to second. And that's just a smart throw by Brody. As you can tell, the middle infielders, Corey, they weren't even at the back. So if Brody wanted to throw it down, there ain't nobody there to receive it.
Yeah, I wonder if that wasn't the signal he gave them prior to this batter starting on that first and third situation.
So it's a 1-1 count to Chris Chambers. And, folks, we're going to have a little bit of an unconventional broadcast, definitely throughout this day. Yeah. Steven and I got the voices that are going out. We got the fresh voice over here in Corey, so you're going to probably hear all three of us at different parts of the game.
We're going to be bouncing around. If one of us gets real quiet, that's why we're taking a break. That's low and inside for ball one. 3-1 the count now to Chris Chambers as he has 2 runners in scoring position.
I didn't see anybody in the bullpen for Aztec, so it looks like they're going to ride with Dalton Wilmer, and hopefully he could dig in and get himself an out. They definitely need an out here. Here it is.
There's a strike.
There's some bodies down there in the bullpen, but I don't know if they're players or coaches down there.
I thought it was the city workers, but I can't see. I can't even see around the building here.
We need to get that Albert cam set up so you can see his umpire gestures. So he's calling the game up here.
We are going to get it. We're going to get an Albert cam set up today. I promise you that.
In the Connie Mack World Series, they actually have cameras down in the bullpen, so typically you could just look down there and see what's going on there. But here we go. This is a big pitch right here, guys, for Dalton Wilmer. He needs an out badly right here. Here comes a pitch. Got him swinging at a high fastball, and Steven and I were kind of giggling because we like to talk about how these players, and they'll tell you it's not our word, it's theirs, how bad or how much they love that high fastball, and it's hard to lay off. We hadn't seen anybody swing at that for about 5 games, and then yesterday it broke it wide open. We had all sorts of players swinging at it, so now we're at the top of the lineup with 1 out and 2 runners on base. Vilasanya at second, and you got Diego Lopez at third. And the leadoff hitter in Steve Barella, who is 1 for 1 in this game already with the run scored. And he's got an opportunity to break this game open. It's a 2-0 lead. Let's see if Dalton Wilmer can hunker down. Oh, almost hit him.
So ball 1 to Barella. Barella's got some fans out there today, as Veronica already texted in. Or I'm sorry, commented on Facebook is what it was.
Big swing and a miss by Barella, so count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Vilasanya at second, Lopez at third for the Grants Pirates here in the bottom of the second inning. And Wilmer working it out of the stretch, comes set. Here's the swing and a miss for strike 2. I just noticed our AT&T device is
it's down.
Garbage right now.
I know. I just turned it off. I just turned it off on mine. So there we go. Now I got some more comments. I was trying to get my Facebook pulled up, and we got one from Nathan Wallace. This can't be high school baseball. Kids are tiny.
Well, maybe in this game, but I promise you this much: there's some kid that we've seen a couple of teams that have lit it up and are quite large. I think Pueblo West almost looks like a college football team with the size they've got, for crying out loud. They were ginormous.
And then we got Desiree Martinez says, "Let's go, Steve-O." So I'm guessing that's for Mr. Barella.
High fastball for ball 3. Full count. Right here, Dalton Wilmer. needing to dig in and get a badly needed out to help himself out. He's in a bad spot here with 2 runners in scoring position and an excellent hitter at the plate, Barella.
Fouls that one off. Full count. As Barella continuing to battle at the plate, Wilmer could really use a strike right here and get his second out of the inning. But Barella is a tough hitter at the plate. Oh, man, had to duck that one. So bases now loaded as Barella makes his way back down, or makes his way down to first base, and that'll bring up number 24, Josiah Marquez, who was 1 for 1 with a run scored today. Go ahead, sorry.
We got Papa from Oklahoma tuning in again. Picture from behind home plate is a little bit blurry, they're saying, but or he's saying.
From behind home plate?
I think the view with the pitcher catcher is what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying. Nonetheless, checking in from Oklahoma, and they're saying, "Are you on YouTube?" Yes, we are.
Yes, we
We
are.
are on YouTube.
At Desert Sports Live.
That's right.
That's at symbol Desert Sports Live.
I'm trying to figure out. They're cheering for number 11. Oh, okay, there we go. That's it's Brody's grandparents, Brody Sagata's grandparents tuning in, and they're tuning in the realm of YouTube.
Yeah. All right, wait. I'm trying to think. It's right. It matches up with what's on the screen here. So 3. Yeah.
So we've got bases loaded. Coach Favorino wants to come out and have a conversation with his starting pitcher. And
Corey's on it. Fixing that camera behind home plate.
there we go. Is it the
It
full
was
view, or?
the full view, I think.
Okay, I think
That's what we're looking at right now.
the
Sorry,
umpire.
we want our cameras dialed in.
You see the home plate umpire in Albie Bugnell telling, oh no, that was airmailed high and inside. And, listen, I know you want to try to establish the inside corner right now as the pitches are coming in from the dugout, but you've got to give Wilmer an opportunity here to throw strikes, and he is really struggling today on the inner half of the plate. That's just my 2 cents about it. See, and he hits him again, and there's an RBI. I mean, at some point when you're trying to establish something, Corey, and it's not working, you got to go away from it.
Absolutely, you can't just keep hammering it. I know you want to work through that adversity, but you got to find the zone first.
So Lopez will score from third base on the RBI hit by pitch from Marquez. That'll push Villasanyo over to third. That moves Barella to second and Marquez at first.
There you go. Got one down the middle for strike 1. But bases loaded, 1 out as Grants just put another run up on the board after that hit by pitch. And it walked in a run. Here comes Wilmer. That's going to be high for ball 2. And, yeah, Wilmer's just having a hard time just dialing it in and finding that zone. So Dominic Gonzalez is at the plate right at the moment, and that one's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count, 1 out. Bases are loaded. So Dominic Gonzalez, the big guy, he is the 3-hole hitter, and it's a good spot for him to be in, and he is going to crush that one out into the gap. That's going to make its way to the fence. That's going to be a base clearing. Possibly, that's going to be a triple for sure, as he will head that way. That is a 3 RBI triple by Gonzalez, and that was a big hit as it made its way all the way out to the fence in the gap between center and right field.
It's an excellent piece of hitting.
Wow.
Just went with a pitch, push it to the right field side there, and clears the bases.
Yeah, that put 3 more runs on the board, so that will make the score 6-0 here as we are in the top. The top of the third. Is that, or no, bottom of the second.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have number 13, the 4-hole hitter, Nico Young, and with an opportunity to get an RBI himself if he can get a base hit, as he has Gonzalez over there at third base. And Dalton Wilmer just trying to find an out here. And we got George Brooks texting in. He said, "Let's go Tigers." All right, thank you, George, for texting in as he is cheering on the Aztec Tigers. And there's a foul, and that will be strike one. So 1-1 to count now to Nico Young.
There's another windshield for you.
Yeah, I know. Man, that ball goes over the back of this first base dugout, and all you can think about is a windshield getting cracked out there in the parking lot. But here comes the pitch from Wilmer. That's going to be high and inside for ball two. You know, in Aztec, they just need to play some. You know, they played some pretty decent defense there in that first inning, and they got those 3 outs in a row. And Wilmer, if they can just get the ball and play into play here in the infield, let his defense help him out. But that is going to be ball three.
Yeah, little struggles to find the zone, but once he does find the zone, man, Grants is right there to put the bat on it and finds the holes.
Yeah, Grants is just a solid team, and that's going to be strike two. That'll make it a full count as Nico Young went after that one. And Nathan Wallace said, "Nice hit." Yes, it was a nice hit.
Just the opposite of the problems you guys were having yesterday. Nice and cold yesterday, and now we got equipment overheating in the booth already.
Oh, was it sitting in the sun? Is that what happened? Oh, gotcha.
It's a good way to start. We're doing good
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, well, I know I had it on that device as well, and he's gonna check swing that, and he's gonna foul it off. A little disappointed in himself right there.
Couldn't decide whether to swing or bail.
Yeah. So Nico Young at the plate for the Grants Pirates, and Albert's not here with the stats at the moment. Oh, and that one was high over his head, so that'll be another walk for Wilmer, as that will send Nico Young down to first. So now we'll have runners on first and third, one out. Noah Lundstrom, number 22, the right fielder, now at the plate for the Grants Pirates. And I'm going to see if I can't dig through my book.
First and third situation for Aztec here.
All right, the left-hander Lundstrom steps into the box. Wilmer's going to check the runner at first, and Young's got quite a lead over there. That's going to be high and outside for ball one, and Brody getting another workout today. That kid's probably got some strong legs from all the squats he's doing, jumping up and down and chasing the ball, and man, he is getting some work in behind the plate yesterday and today. There he goes, and that's going to be a hit right between the shortstop and third, and that will score Dominic Gonzalez, and that'll be a base hit for Noah Lundstrom.
The perfect spot right there as the runner took off, drew that shortstop over, opened up that hole, and he just filled it.
Well, whenever who was that? Was that Young? Is it Young? He went to steal second, so Kel Watson was making his way over to second base for the throwdown, and that it just opened up that gap. And Lundstrom snuck it right through there, so that'll be an RBI single for Lundstrom. And that's going to be a high fly ball. Should be caught by Gonzalez, and he will get that. That'll be F5 out number 2, and we have made it through the lineup. We are back to Diego Lopez, who walked and has a run scored in this inning, and he will have runners at first and third.
Doesn't look like it, Steven, and for the fans watching, that these consistent first and third situations, this is great for Aztec to continue to work on this and understand their role in this situation.
Yeah, and I'm sure Aztec, when they go back to practice this next week, they're going to be looking at a lot of this stuff and saying there's these things that we need to work on. And, and that's why you play these games. You got to get ready for district. I know it's kind of been a rough go, but these are the types of teams you need to play. And there he goes. He's got him. Yep, they got him. Good job by Wilmer. Caught him as he will get Noah Lundstrom on the 1-4 out number 3. So that was Diego Lopez. So we'll be starting with him next inning. Let me get all my stats together here. So there was 5 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Aztec errors. So after 2 complete innings, the score is now 7-0 as Aztec will come out for the 3rd inning, and it will be I have Uriah Gonzalez, Caleb Hales, and Christian Holmes. Is that correct? I thought Uriah came up to bat. Oh, yep, because they had the throw down at first. That's what it was. I was confused there because I remember Uriah Gonzalez being at the plate, but they had that throw down at first base. Travis Ray got thrown out.
So right there, you saw the Grants coaches having a conversation with the home plate umpire as to why there was not a balk called on that pickoff attempt. You saw Wilmer lift his leg, fake to third and turn, and didn't throw to first. Correct me if I'm wrong, Albert, but he is not required to make that throw, and Grants wanted the balk call.
So the rule has changed now where you are this year is you are no longer allowed to step over to first and not throw, fake the throw to third and then turn around to throw it to first, which was a legal throw back in the day. They changed that rule where you now have to throw it to first. So you can't just fake the throw to third and then fake the throw to first. If you step off to third, you got to make the throw either to one of the bags.
Okay, and that's exactly what you said. Just but the umpires didn't call the balk. They allowed it to play, and Grants did argue that call. So
yeah, because he went to third, then turned back to first, and then threw it to second to get the out.
Yep.
So you are supposed to throw the ball.
All right, and that changed this year, you said.
That's what I was told.
Okay.
So that was an illegal throw then, or that should have been a balk then?
Yeah,
according to that should have been a balk.
So that was, and that's what Grant's argument was right there. But doesn't go their direction, and Aztec secures the out.
Well, Gonzalez will step up to the plate for his second at bat of the game. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get my book here.
Albert had to take care of some business, so he's getting caught up. I don't know if you can tell what I have on there.
I
but
can. I am good
right
here now. So what do
that was a triple right there. That's what I wrote down there.
So 7, right?
Yep, 7-0, and that one is in there for strike 1. So 1-1 the count now to Gonzalez, the third baseman for Aztec, and that is Uriah Gonzalez.
That's right. And this young man, he is a young player for the Aztec Tigers. He seemed like he has come through in some really big spots offensively as well as defensively for the Tigers. He's going to be an excellent ball player coming up in this program. That's a tough play, backhanded, popped up on him. Had plenty of time to field it out front, guys. I mean, how many times have we seen these players in this tournament try to backhand something and it pops over the top of them instead of fielding it right out in front? That's going to be E4.
And it's an E4, but I guarantee you that Uriah will take it. And you're right. He's a young player, but man, he's very cerebral. He thinks through things. He knows game situations. He does a good job for Aztec. He's got a bright future here on this team. So next up, number 18, Caleb Hales.
And I stand corrected. That was his first at bat of the game. So.
Oh yeah, it was. It was his first.
I like
at bat.
that big word you're using, Steven. You know what? You need
What word? What big word did I use?
Cerebral. You need to start writing some good words like that for me, and Corey and I can both start using them.
Hey,
Ooh, that hit the umpire right there. I mean, that hit him square where you don't want to get hit. So he's got to walk around a little bit. You're going to see the catcher-pitcher courtesy walk around. I mean, that got him in a really bad spot. So hopefully umpire Bugnell is doing all right back there. You can see it right here. Let's see where it goes.
Let's take a look at that. We got the delay here. Oh, goodness. Yep. That
That's going to hurt.
Ooh,
That'll get you.
I'll have to say our center field camera is a great shot to
sure
see what's
is.
happening. Holy cow.
We feel for you, Albie.
Man, poor guy.
So we're gonna have to get the Albert Cam and then the Stephen Parks calendar. Is that what we're gonna do?
Hey, Johnny wanted a T-shirt with my excellence, not perfection. There's a nice hit. That's going to be a base hit out into right field. So good job by Aztec to get things going here to start off the third. That's exactly what they needed. Get some energy going in that dugout. You know, if you're Aztec right now, it's not so much about a win or a loss. It's about getting your energy up, you know, coming together as a team and start figuring this out and just having fun and playing some baseball and improving.
Gelling.
Yes.
I think that's where you're going with that.
Yes.
I agree, 1,000%. We got the right fielder, Christian Holmes here. He's got a chance to get some runs on the board for the Aztec Tigers. He could come up with a big hit right here. And he's going to wave and miss at a nasty off-speed curveball.
Nathan Wallace, come on, Aztec, let's go, boys. And you know what? We agree, Nathan. Let's get these kids pumped up. Let's get them excited. Let's see what Aztec can do here as Christian Holmes is at the plate, and that one's going to be in the dirt for ball one. So 1-1 the count to Christian Holmes.
And just so you guys know, Papa Sagata gives you thumbs up. Much better
Right.
now.
Hey,
That view is
we love the
better.
Sagatas, right?
That was almost a check swing there. Inside, up high, hit it right off the handle of the bat. And now he's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count, does Holmes. He's still got Gonzalez standing over at second base. Hale's over at first. Let's see if we can find a way to move him over with Holmes. Off-speed pitch down low for ball 2. I almost would have thought Coach Favorino might have bunted Holmes over to move those 2 runners to second and third, but maybe today's all about getting your ABs at the plate.
Yeah, so with no outs, runners on first and second, Holmes is going to foul that one off. Good at bat for Holmes. He's staying alive out there. You know, and we continue to harp on this, but you if it's close, take a swing. You got to take a swing. You don't want to go down looking, right?
Well, you seen Uriah just a minute ago in Gonzalez. He hits a ground ball. It's missed on the backhand. If he doesn't swing and give himself an opportunity, you're not even going to have the chance to get over to first base. And so you're exactly right. And when you're on your heels like the Aztec Tigers have been the last couple of games that we've seen them, you got to swing. There it is. Does
Is it
that
going to go?
drop in?
Oh, man, it just went foul, but he was way ahead of that one. And if that thing lands fair, that's a run scored.
I mean, that was a good swing by Holmes. He got way out in front of that off-speed pitch. So let's see what Evan Taylor comes up with here on the mound for the Pirates, as he's got 2 strikes on Holmes with no outs, but the Grants Pirates have the 7-0 lead over the Aztec Tigers in the top of the 3rd inning.
So here comes the pitch, working from the stretch. Taylor, and man, he gets around on that one again. And Holmes just battling at the plate for the Tigers right now. And that, you know, that was that inside corner, and he turned on it. And that's what you got to do, because these umpires have been very consistent with calling that a strike. So
Absolutely.
Good job by Holmes right there. We got Tyra Lopez. Go Pirates. Nothing past you, Diego. And that's going to be a little. Oh, goodness. And they got Gonzalez because he had to stay at second in case there was a.
Yeah,
They
no
got
fault by
caught.
his.
Yeah, that was
That's
unfortunate.
such a
but
tough spot.
yeah.
Right there.
So we're going to say H1 on the hit there, single. And then we're going to have the 1-5 throw out at third for Gonzalez, and Hales will move over to second. Yeah, just no fault of his own. You have to
Yes.
stop. And Gonzalez played that perfectly. I don't know. I mean, gosh, does Mason, Courtney, or even Trapper Page, or any of those guys that can fly, do they make it to third? Probably not. That was a tough play.
Yeah, you kind of are doing that dance out there at second base. You're not sure which way
Yeah.
to go. And,
That's exactly what it
falls
is.
in.
Yeah.
Not high enough to get the infield fly call, you know. So
Jaden Brooks now the batter for the Aztec Tigers, and he's 1 for 1 on the day. Had a base hit out past the shortstop. dropped in there for a base hit, and now Aztec looking for him to get another one because they've got a pretty quick kid, and Hales over there at second base, so a base hit I think is going to score him. And if you are Christian Holmes, you have got to be on your horse on a ground ball so you don't get doubled up.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. So 2-2 the count, 1 out, runners on first and second. Aztec with a little bit of a spark here in the third inning. Let's see if they can't make something happen as they have a runner in scoring position. And Jaden Holmes gets that to the big third baseman, and he steps on the bag for out number 2, so that'll be unassisted. 5 out number 2 as, you know, I know we've already talked about it, but this infield for Grants is phenomenal. It is very difficult to get anything past them. I mean, we did see the one error by the second baseman, but that's a rare thing to see with this infield. And Dominic Gonzalez over there on third has been playing a phenomenal tournament this week.
He really has. He's been one of the top, if not the best, third baseman that we've seen thus far in this tournament. He has really played well. And I think the third baseman for Pueblo West has played fantastic baseball as well. So 2 strikes right off the bat to Hunter Clark.
Right, we've talked about a lot of third basemen this tournament.
Yeah, we have seen some. You know what we've seen? Excellent third base play and excellent second base play.
Oh, and that one was high, and he'll go after it, and that will be strike 3, out number 3. But we had no runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and 1 Grants error. So after 2.5 innings, the score is 7-0. The Grants Pirates leading here in game 11.
11. I'm dialed in now. You know,
All
it's
right,
funny.
yeah.
I said 11 at first, and then I overthought it, and then here we are. You know?
And here we are. And we haven't gotten any chat. Oh, let's see. We did. All right. We got Joe Galindo. Shout out to the future Pirate bat boy Nico Galindo. A guy. I hope I'm saying it. Galindo. Anyhow, we got a comment over here on YouTube. Is that Galindo?
Galindo, I would say.
All right.
I could be way
Nonetheless,
off. I don't know.
I got your comment there, Joe. I'm watching Facebook and I'm trying to watch YouTube as well. So yes, we got some comments on YouTube. I got that turned on. I'm all excited. Joe, you're my first comment on YouTube. I'm excited. I figured out how to turn the comments on the comment section on YouTube.
Steven's geeking out again.
Yeah, I'm geeking out. I always find something new that I get working. So thank you, Joe, for a comment over there on our YouTube page.
Aztec has Caleb Hales down in the bullpen warming up.
You know what?
And that's why we brought the big guys over here. You know, get those young guy eyes to see all the way down to the bullpen for us.
Exactly.
I saw him running out there.
Oh, see? And
So he
then you
cheated.
ruin it all.
So he
you
cheated.
ruin it all,
That's
Corey.
what he just
I wish I
admitted
could
he
send to
cheated.
the bullpen, but I cannot.
But no, I was going to say, folks, thank you for watching. We are live on Facebook. We are on YouTube at Desert Sports Live. We are on NFHS. We're there, and we're on our website. But we're hearing the best place to go watch is YouTube, and we are starting to push all of our content on to YouTube. So go there and subscribe and follow us over there. We're trying to get all of that up and running as best we can and get people pushed over there. But yesterday I had several people tell me they were able to pull it up on their big screen, and it was flawless. It worked great. So YouTube seems to be the place to go watch. So thank you for tuning in. We've got Diego Lopez up to the plate as Grants went all the way through their lineup that last inning, and that's going to be fouled off for strike 1.
You see our different websites coming up on your screen occasionally. They're just let you guys know the schedule on that picture is day 1. That is not today's schedule.
I apologize. I put the wrong schedule up there. That was my bad.
Times are consistent, but the teams are not.
Yes. So
Did we get the wrong?
I put your deal up there that you sent me the other day instead of today's games. It's the wrong schedule. I'm going to have you send that one so I can get that. So, yes, thank you, Corey. That is not the right game schedule for today. I apologize. That's my fault. That's a big hit out into left field, and he dropped it. That's going to be E7. Is that Jaden? That is Jaden Brooks out there in left field, and it hit his glove, but it fell to the ground. So that's going to be E7 as I got Diego Lopez makes it over to second base.
So you got the designated hitter now in Zeeth Villasanya, and that's E7 as Lopez standing over at second base. And now Villasanya, he walked his first at bat in the second inning, but also scored a run. And, you know, guys, again, that kind of just goes to more of the story that we're talking about. That is a routine fly ball out number one. Here's a tough play, ground ball. It is a fair ball. I think Villasanya thought it was foul, might have went off his foot or something, but the home plate umpire said, no, sir, that's a fair ball. You better get moving. And that's a 5-3 ground ball out number one. And we did get a text in. We got another text in for the umpires.
All right.
Just a heads up. It says, shout out to Albie. Took it like a champ, and he knows exactly what we were talking about.
Man.
That's Garrett Ignacio checking in. Again, so, hey, now we're set to go for a baseball game as we got Garrett checking in.
That's right. We're starting to learn that if we don't hear from Garrett or Ian, it's not a day yet. That one is in there for strike one to Chris Chambers. This is his second at bat. He struck out last inning. See what he can do as he has a runner in scoring position. That's a high fly ball. Should be F5. Ooh, and he got it. How many times have we seen that in the last 3 days where they get under that ball and then they have to lean a different direction? That ball does crazy things coming down out of the air like that. So good job by Uriah Gonzalez to come up with out number two. That's going to bring up number 6, Steve Barella, as Grants is back to the top of their lineup. And we've got Tiffany Ortega. Let's go, Zeth. So she is cheering for Mr. Villasanya. And that is in there for strike one.
It's Barella, the top side of the lineup. He's 1 for 1 with the walk, 2 runs scored. And, man, when you have a ball player like this guy, Steve Barella, I think you could put him in the name of leadoff hitters or electrifying players for your ball club offensively, that when he gets to the plate, he makes things happen. You put him in there with the Hagstroms, you put him in there with the Mason Courtneys. I mean, you could put him in there with a lot of big names across the state because Barella, this kid is a ball player.
Oh, you're right. He is a rare talent. I mean, we saw him pitch. He did phenomenal on the mound as well. That one's fouled off. His count will remain at 1-2. But he's just a phenomenal athlete. He's not a big guy, but man, he is talented. He is very talented.
I don't know anybody who wouldn't take this kid on their team anywhere in the country.
Oh man, that one hit right past the grass, I think.
I think that might have slipped out of his hand because that did hit the grass. What, a foot or two?
Well, it hit right where the grass hits the dirt. It hit right there. Boom. So that one came out of his hand wrong, I think.
2's on the board. And it's going to stay that way thus far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's still a 7-0 lead, but you got Lopez over at third.
Seems like Wilmer's settled down a little bit. He's throwing a little bit better than he was there at the beginning of the game. I know he had that last one that came out of his hand wrong, but he's starting to find the zone there. Comes the pitch, and that's going to be hit.
That's a tough play.
Yeah.
That's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, Uriah he wanted to just grab it with his hand to make it as quick as possible to try to get it to first. That's, like you said, though, it's just a tough play. Barella's fast. He got down to first base, and that's going to be an RBI single for Barella.
Well, who said you don't know baseball, Steven? You like to say that you don't, but you're spot on because that's exactly the mechanic on that play, is it not, Corey? Gonzalez knows he's got to field this with his bare hand. He is not going to have a chance to throw out the leadoff hitter and Barella at first, fielding it with his glove. Then he's got to exchange the glove to hand exchange with the baseball. He's not going to have enough time to do that. He does the right thing, tries to field it with his hand, and you're either going to make that play or you're not. And there's the throw down to second. Not in time, but Barella, I mean, he's a hard guy to throw out down at second. That's just a fact.
Yeah, that error has now cost him a run instead of being out of the inning.
That's right. He's 7 out in left field.
So that's 3 runs that I can think of that have been scored off of the errors, and that's why we talk about the errors, but that is going to be, inside for ball 1.
I think it's 2-1 the count here on Marcus.
Oh, sorry, ball 2.
That's all right, and he's having a good day at the plate. He's walked, hit by pitch, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. So he's having himself a day as well.
Josiah Marquez, number 24, with a runner on second. 2 outs. Here comes. Oh, Dalton's going to check the runner. He's working from the stretch. He's going to turn back to second base. I'm guessing he did that because Barella, man, he jumped way out there on that last pitch. He got way out there on that lead.
Well, on Wilmer, he's got such a high leg kick and a long, look at that. And look how long it takes him to throw home. You're stealing all day long on that delivery to home because he has got not just a high leg kick, Corey. He pauses in the middle of his leg kick with a runner on base, and they're going to steal on you all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just something that Coach Favorino is going to have to work on outside of this tournament to work on that slide step because Grants is eating him up on that right now.
That's fouled off. Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
Not only did he have, but he also jumped before he even lifted his leg, so there was no opportunity.
Yeah, it's just, and Corey, you being a catcher, you're gonna call timeout. You're gonna run out there and say, "Hey, man, we gotta have you shorten up your motion to home plate. It's taking too long, and people are easily stealing on it. I've got a big hunch Marquez is going to take off to second here."
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and it's not something he can correct here in this game, but yeah, you're right. I think Coach Favorino is going to have to work with him and figure out how to speed up that delivery because these coaches are watching game film. They're going to know if Wilmer's on the mound, we're going to be stealing. Yeah, he's already got a huge lead over there at first.
He's going.
He's going. He's going. There he goes. And there's a big hit out into right field, and it is going to go foul. It looked good there for a minute, but then it just started tailing off outside the foul line. So that'll be strike 1 to Gonzalez. Go ahead and give us those stats, Albert.
Yeah, it's Dominic Gonzalez, but you're right, Steven. I mean, you look at Gonzalez, he's 1 for 2 on the day with 3 RBIs. He had that big triple in the second inning, but he is the one that got on the error you were talking about in right field that scored the first 2 runs.
Yep. And they should have been out of that inning. So right there, did you see he stepped towards third and then went back to first, and that's legal, or is that illegal?
That's the throw you need to make. If you step off to third, you have to either throw it to third, or if you fake to first, you have to throw it to first. Where before, you could fake it at third and then fake it to first. Now you have to throw it either to third or first, but you cannot hold on to the ball. There's a big crush out into the gap. Is this going to hit the wall? It does. And that's going to clear the bases, and that's going to put Gonzalez as a stand-up double with 2 RBIs. Guys, Gonzalez with 5 RBIs already on the game.
Another huge hit by Gonzalez.
You see why we've been singing his praises this entire tournament, because this kid can absolutely freaking crush the baseball. And did we tell you he could play third base?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just going to say, and he's a fantastic third baseman. Yeah, what a shot by Gonzalez. Another big hit. And, and that's what I'm saying. That error has now cost them 3 more runs. So out of the 2 errors, 5 runs have scored. They're going to take Wilmer.
Hales coming in.
Hales, that's right.
Is that who that is? I was trying to see his number, but and we're going to see Wilmer now move over to shortstop. You'll see
Kale's going to move to second.
That's right.
And who was at second?
It was.
Oh, it was Tyler Ray.
Yep, Tyler Ray.
So where did Tyler Ray go?
Ray went into the outfield.
We're
figure
trying.
out
We got to
where.
find out who the guy is that came out of the game.
So Wilmer's at 6. Watson now goes to 4. And then we've got Caleb Hells as the designated hitter. So we'll figure out how they put that together. Let's see, you've got 24 still in left. The lefty's still in center, so that's right, and Douglas. So the outfield didn't change.
Yes, Nathan, he can hit the ball. Nathan Wallace, a nice hit. That boy can hit the ball, and yes, he can. We're trying to figure out.
Well, I don't know who. I know Wilmer went to short, but I don't know who came out of the game. Somebody had to come out of the game.
But you said Tyler Ray went into the outfield?
I thought he went out into the outfield, but I don't know if he did, because you still have number 24 Brooks in left, you still have Corey Douglas in center, and you still have Christian Holmes out in right. So I think they might have pulled off Tyler Ray off the field unless he went to first base.
Changing catchers too here.
Oh, he's coming in to catch, and they're taking Brody out. That's where he went.
So Brody's coming out of the.
So
well, Brody. So now it's just a straight 9. That means because Brody was being DH'd for, correct?
Well, Caleb Hells is probably still in the game. I just think that Tyler Ray went from first to catcher. That's what he had to do. So he is now. Tyler Ray is still in the lineup, still in the same spot. Brody gets pulled. Designated hitter is still in effect. And they just moved Ray from second to catcher. And I was talking to Coach Favorino, and he did mention that Tyler Ray is typically their starting catcher for this ball team.
Okay.
He is number 6, right, guys? Yep, he is 6 behind the dish.
All right,
I
think we got it all straightened out now.
You know what? If we don't, we sound like we do.
We'll just make it sound good. That's what we do.
You know what? I'm disappointed, Steven, because we get nothing but Facebook messages. We haven't gotten one darn text message coming in at 505-701-2222, and it's Nico Young, the first baseman. He is 0 for 1 with the walk. He'll get ball 1.
I got another comment. Mario Marquez, let's go 2-4. That's on the YouTube comments. That one is a high fly ball for F. 4 out, number 3. So Hales comes in and gets it done as Nico Young will hit the high fly ball for out number 3. So let me get stuff gathered up here.
While he does that, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Coming up for the Aztec Tigers, Wilmer, Watson, and Douglas.
All right, so we had, 3 runs on 2 hits. Was there a runner left on base?
There was.
1 runner left on base and 1 Aztec error. So after 3 complete innings, the score is 10-0 as the Grants Pirates lead, and we will be having 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Tigers. That's Dalton Wilmer, Cale Watson, and Corey Douglas.
Well, if you want to make things happen offensively, guys, this is the part of your lineup that's going to get it done for you. I mean, you got Wilmer, who is a really good hitter. I mean, he really is. Watson, a fantastic ball player himself. And then Corey Douglas, I mean, he's 1 for 1 on the day. He's one of, look at this. Aztecs got 1, 2. They got 4 hits on the game right now. And Grants, what's wild, they got 5 hits. So 4 hits for Aztec, 5 hits for Grants, yet the game's 10-0. If that doesn't tell you that the walks and the errors are the name of the game right now, man, I don't know what does.
Very costly. I like to use my basketball analogy. It's like not hitting your free throws. It's the same idea.
It's like not hitting the free throws or hitting your extra point kick in football.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that come by a football
comes back
team?
to bite you for sure.
I like that analogy, though, Steven. That's a pretty good one, man. You know what? I'm going to tip my hat to you on that analogy, Steven Parks.
You're making me feel really good today,
Yeah, it was
Albert.
good, dude.
I don't know what's going on here. You're being awfully nice.
I might be delirious.
Yeah,
today.
I think you're just a little tired.
Day 3.
Usually you're picking on me.
Dathan, no. Usually you're picking on me.
I wouldn't do that.
So Grants, right now Grants is just cruising right along in this game, and this is their last game in this Scorpion tournament. And, we want to thank all the Grants fans for tuning in, and hopefully we get to see you guys again. I think they said Grants is playing in the Aztec tournament. We'll have to ask if anybody out there has a player that's playing on Grants, please let us know. I want to say I heard Aztec has Grants and Durango for sure in their tournament, which are two top teams, obviously, in this tournament. But this will be it for them.
And that's the Aztec invite next week.
That starts next Thursday. We're hoping possibly to get out there at least for maybe the semifinal and the championship game. We'll see what the schedule shakes out, but no promises given there.
Yeah, that's going to be a difficult one for us to get to, but man, we sure have enjoyed it. I mean, we only got one day in last week, but we sure have enjoyed this last couple of weeks getting to do all this baseball. It's given us an opportunity to do a lot of teams, and it's been fun. So Wilmer steps into the box here in the top of the fourth. Yeah, it's going to be low for ball one.
And Wilmer 0 for 1. This is his second at-bat of the game for the Aztec Tigers, down 10-0. Big hack fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. And Evan Tyler still the pitcher on the mound for the Grants Pirates.
Comes the pitch. That is the low one in the dirt for ball 2. Tonight, the weather's consistently gotten better.
Yeah, I'm appreciative of it today.
That's been nice, yeah.
It looks like Taylor is close to that 30 to 35 pitch count going into the top of the 4. So you're probably going to see this kid go the distance, depending if Aztec bats come alive here in the top of the 4th, possibly in the 5th. So. But they're running out of time, boys. They got to get something going. They got to get something going now.
Well, there is the 10-run rule, so you've got this opportunity and the next opportunity, but you also have to play defense and keep Grants from putting any more runs up on the board. But Aztec, like you said, they've had some opportunities. It's 4 hits to 5 hits. But Aztec just has not been able to capitalize. They've had runners out there on the base path, but they have not been able to bring them home. But here comes the pitch to Watson, as it'll be low and in the dirt, as he has a runner on first and no outs. And that's been the tough spot for Aztec. They get those runners out there on the base pass, but they leave them out there. Can't get them around.
They've had opportunities today. I mean, they've had multiple players make it, to third, to second. They just have not had that one guy that has come up with a big hit for him. But Cale Watson here with an opportunity to get things moving. This kid can get around the bases. Here's a deep shot. It got past the third baseman. He's going to turn second. Good, smart play.
Hit.
Coach Favorino telling Wilmer to stay put at second, because we need runners on base. If you're an Aztec Tiger fan, you like Wilmer stopping at second. You cannot get thrown out on the bases right now, Corey. You need as many guys on base.
Yeah, not worth the risk right now.
Don't need any base running errors here for sure. Hey, Nathan Wallace, man, he's been lighting us up on the comments on Facebook. We appreciate you, Nathan. He said, "Can I give y'all props on the commentary? Y'all are top-notch entertainment." Well, we appreciate that.
What? Can you call our cell phone and leave us that message so we can listen to that over and over?
Yeah.
We appreciate the comments.
Yeah, we do. I think some of it is delirious. We're delirious at this moment, but no, we are having a good time, and thank you, Mr. Wallace, for hanging with us today. We appreciate it very much.
Douglas is 1 for 1, and he's got a big spot here to come through for his team. Swung on an off-speed pitch, was able to foul it off. Now it's a 1-2 count. Let's see if Douglas can dig in here and get something going, because he's got an opportunity. If he could get a base hit, he's got the speed. He's got 2 guys that can fly on the base pass, so if he can get a hold of one, he could do some damage.
Well, he had that huge double out to the wall.
Yeah.
Back in the second inning. If he could come up with another one of those, he could score Aztec a couple of runs here.
He's got the speedsters on the back, so let's see what he comes up with. Off-speed pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to first. There's the force out at second on the fielder's choice, and that'll score a run on the errored throw.
So Aztec puts a run up on the board as Wilmer comes across the plate. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Steven. I think we got a new player in the game at shortstop. It is. It's number 24 at shortstop now.
Oh, okay. So Barella is out of the game. We now have number. That's Marquez, isn't that?
It's
so he just moved.
Yep.
He just moved over because he was already in the game.
Yep. He moved from second to short.
So did
Marquez
they
is
just
the
swap?
Now I'm going to see if I can figure out. Number 1 is the new second baseman. Tough play, but look at that, handled nicely, and they're safe.
So that what was that last out?
So
it was
it was a fielder's choice,
but
and that one was 6. No, you're right, 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to
That's what I
6.
missed. And that one is 5. Whoops.
That one was 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
I'm sorry.
5-4.
It was 5-4. It went to second base. I apologize.
I was like, how'd the
trying to
pitcher
keep
get
up.
there
I
so
got
fast?
I got behind on my count right there. All right.
So
on my
Ray
book,
standing at
All right.
first, Stephen Parks, and we got a 0-1 count on Uriah Gonzalez, who reached on base on an error. Takes a hack, fouls it off, so 0-2 the count, and Tyler Ray got on a fielder's choice. There we go. I got it dialed in now. All right. Same pitcher on the mound. That's Tyler Evan.
That one's in there for a strike.
Struck him out. Struck him out looking.
All right. So that will be 1 run on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Grant's errors. So after the top of the 4th inning, the score is 10 to 1 as Grants leads. But Aztec, it's a small victory, but they were able to get a run across the plate, got a hit there, had some action there in that last inning. But man, you have to, once again, we're going to be talking about Dominic Gonzalez over here on third with that that was a tough play that he just made on scooping up that ball and getting it over to second. Just effortless, looked effortless.
Can you say you're surprised, though? I mean, really,
I'm not
that kid is
surprised,
lights out. I mean, I just feel like we cannot talk enough about Grants baseball and the job that this head coach and Mike Furby has done with the Pirates. I mean, you go out and you win a state championship, then you come back and you want to say, well, we're really struggling right now. Well, honestly, and we got Brody back in the game. Sagata is back into the
Oh, no,
game
he's just
behind
warming up the
dish.
pitcher.
Oh, he is? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
he's
right.
just warming up the pitcher.
And you're playing some of the best teams out there. You play Farmington, you play Pedro Vista, and then you take on Smoky Hill. I mean, those are 3 top-level teams in the last couple of games that you played. And that really speaks a lot to what this team is made of. And then let's see what they do in district. I got a feeling they're going to cruise right through district, and then let's see what happens in the playoffs with this team.
Yeah, and credit to Mr. Curry and Farmington schools here. This is a great invitational. Got a lot of good teams here.
It sure is. Well, depending on what happens in this inning, if Grants gets another run or 2, Aztec may only have 3 more outs to get something done. And, I think right now if you're Aztec, what you want to do here is you want to finish strong, right, Corey? You want no errors, proper throwing, basic baseball.
Yeah, you want to finish on positives. You don't want to go out here on a negative. So.
All right. So Noah Lundstrom at the plate. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI on the day.
Sorry, guys. Who's the pitcher again for Aztec?
Caleb Hells. Is it Caleb?
Yes.
Caleb
Number 18.
Hells.
Okay.
Yes. So Noah Lundstrom with a 2-0 count. leading off here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Pirates. There comes the pitch from Hales. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, I really like the mechanics for Caleb Hales up on the mound. He's got a good stride, foot's landing properly towards the catcher. Look at that. Look at the, I mean, I think the only thing is that he comes over here about 3/4 on the side, Corey. And when you're throwing like that, you've got to make sure that you're finishing the pitch in front of you and not on the top.
Yeah, with the thrower arm angle like that, put a lot of torque on that elbow, so he's got to finish down, kind of pull that thing across.
I wonder if he's any relation to the Hales. Did you play with that? There was a Hales kid.
Yeah,
that played.
Corey Hales.
Corey,
Sure,
same name. That was my brother who, Jerome, my brother who's passed away about, I think it's 9 years will be the anniversary this year. That was one of his best friends. I'll tell you, one kid I thought who was going to make big D1 move was that Corey Hales, but he played for us in Connie Mack, myself, and Coulter Favorino, and he's going to be hit by pitch. That guy threw about 92 to about 95 when Coulter and I coached Corey Hales on Team Rage. We went to the Connie Mack World Series, and man, he was just a big-time player on the mound for us.
Yeah, he did.
Huge.
He played for UNLV and
He did.
somebody else, I believe.
He
I'm
did.
not sure who it was, but yeah, he moved on and played some college ball.
Well, the umpire looking over at the third base side saying, guys, I got a long game here. Why aren't you picking these balls up for me?
Oh,
I think he might. Is he talking about Corey Hales right there?
Who's that, Nathan Wallace?
Yeah.
He played with the Farmington
Sky Sox in the Connie Mack World Series back in the day.
I don't know if Nathan means he played with the Sky Sox.
Is that
or if
you,
he meant
Nathan?
Corey.
Okay.
Kind of confused here.
And then we got Brandon Furby saying playing top 5A teams, just making them better for their division, and that is correct. As Grants has come in here and played tough.
Grants is the defending state champion for 4A, correct?
That is
I believe
correct.
so, yeah.
I mean, you got to be pretty excited about the team you got going this year.
Yes,
So.
you do. So Ortega with 2 balls and 1 strike count. He'll look at a curveball in there for strike 1, or excuse me, strike 2. And Ortega's got Malañez over at first, Longstrom at second.
All right, there comes the pitch from Hales. Are you hearing the guys? Yeah, me and Corey both heard at the same time. They are getting after
BLT something.
They're getting after it down there in the dugout for Grants. There's a little dinker out in front. Now they're going to call it hit the plate foul ball.
Yeah, he's going to say it hit the inner half of the plate. Or excuse me, on the inside of the batter's box.
Oh, I didn't even realize we have number 15 out there.
Hey, you didn't hear me?
No,
Come on,
I
Come
was
on.
probably trying.
Come on, Stephen
I can't do
Parks.
too many things at once here. I was looking at Facebook comments. You know me. So, do you have a name for 15?
You become a social media freak, haven't you?
Well, I'm having to pay attention over here. Nobody's texting you. So
Josiah. Josiah Ortega, number 15.
Okay, Josiah Ortega. Okay, got it.
Well, let's see what Ortega can do. Can he make this a 10-run lead now, or back to a 10-run lead? We'll see what he comes up with as Ortega is, he's an 8th grader.
Yeah, he's.
Ooh, almost got him. So he'll draw the walk.
He's got probably all those seniors over there in the dugout cheering him on.
We've got a new player. Is this a new
Number
player?
30. No, number 34 is Zeth Villasanya. He did. Okay, so it was Nathan. He said, he goes, I did. Yeah, so Nathan Wallace played for the Sky Sox back in the day.
I'd have to see his face, old Nathan, because I'm pretty sure I know who he is, but I've got a ground ball hit to Gonzalez, looking for the double play. Oh, he overthought it, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go to home.
Well, he realized that the runner at home, now that he stepped on the force out at third, the catcher now has to apply the tag. It's not a force out, so he realized that he had to go to first base, and now we're back to a 10-run lead, 11-1. But a good play by Gonzalez at third, nonetheless.
Yeah.
on the fielder's choice. So that'll score Lundstrom from third to home. That'll get Melanias out on the unassisted 5 out, and then that will put Ortega at second base. So Villasanha at first, Ortega at second, and we've got 1 out.
Ortega was hit by pitch, right?
No, he walked.
Or walked, okay.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a strike, but it is a ball. Chris Chambers, now the batter for Grants, and there's 1 out with 2 runners on base. That's fouled off. Hey, there he goes. You guys want to talk trash to me? Take that. I'm going to hit a sharp foul ball right
That's
at
right.
you. Keep talking trash, guys.
Gonna give me a hard time when I hit the ball at you.
Oh man, I love it. We're just making fun. He did not do that, folks.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
having
playing
a good
here.
time.
There's a shot, and that's going to get down for a base hit, and that probably will score a run. Here comes the throw into the cutoff man, and that will score a run. So that extends the lead for the Grants Pirates, 12-1, and that puts Villasanha over at third. Chambers at first, and on the base hit out into center field, he'll pick himself up an RBI.
Nice a little hit there for Chris Chambers as he will get the RBI, base hit RBI, and that will make the the score 12-1 as the Grants Pirates have runners on first and third. Hill's going to step off.
Another first and third situation. Had a lot in this game for Aztec.
Oh, we're fixing to gear up for the Bloomfield
Yeah,
game.
they're making their way into the stadium.
Taking on Unitah, and that should be a doozy of a game.
It will be a good one.
How'd you guys like my big word?
Yeah, there you go.
Doozy.
Doozy. Doozy of a game.
Yeah, I'm breaking out the big gun words here.
We're just
for our listeners.
we're waiting for blue chip sometime today. That's what I'm waiting for.
Did I miss somebody here, or is? Oh, that's the new shortstop. That's who that is. So this is number 1 now up to the plate. That is Daniel Garcia taking over for Steve Barella.
Okay.
So number 1, Daniel Garcia, now at the plate, getting himself an AB and some playing time. Did he get hit?
No, it was. Did he get hit?
I think he got his jersey.
Okay.
And he sold it. So.
Yeah, well, that's an easy way to get hit by pitch because man,
Yeah.
I thought he completely dodged it, but it looks like it might have skimmed his belly. If he doesn't dodge it, that thing hits him square in the hip. So now bases loaded for the Grants Pirates, and there is 1 out. And is this the correct player? 24, Josiah Marcus. Just had to make sure they didn't bring somebody in. He'll foul that one off.
Well, 12-1 lead, and we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the way it's going to shake out, Aztec's going to have 3 runs to get something done, guys. And if they don't do it, this game's going to be over.
So
Aztec sent number 2 down to the bullpen. Not sure who number 2 is.
that's Jace Archuleta, I believe.
It is. You know, and he came in with some energy yesterday, Stephen. We talked about that. I really like this kid in Jace Archuleta. I mean, he plays hard in every sport that he's got, and he's very dedicated to the sport. This should be F4, out number 2. Let's see, we got a tag up at third, and I thought he was going. I was like, I don't know. You want to test his arm out there. So that's 2 outs, and that'll bring up the big guy.
Oh, goodness.
And you don't want to see this guy coming up to the plate. He has been a monster at the dish for
Yes, he has.
Grants. What are we talking about, guys? 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs and a run scored. If that doesn't tell you how good of a hitter this guy is.
A triple in his last at bat, correct?
Double. He had the triple back in the second inning, and then he
Okay.
got the double. He got a 3 RBI triple in the second and a 2 RBI double last inning.
Oh, man. And he's up with the bases loaded again.
Pegged him.
And you know he didn't want to get sent down to first base. He wanted to take a hack.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that'll bring in a run. Well, he gets another RBI.
Somebody wants the player of the game, I think.
Yeah, somebody's making a run for it, aren't they? 6 RBIs on the day. Wow. That big triple, big double. And now we have Nico Young, number 13. And he'll get hit by pitch.
Back to back.
That'll be an RBI.
That's going to do it, I think, for Hales on that one.
Yeah,
Well, you kind of wonder who you got in the bullpen for yourselves. And, again, I mean, we just, you talk about basic baseball, right? And all, I like to say there's 5 facets of baseball out here. Offense, defense, pitching, the mental aspect of the game and your approach, and knowing the game of baseball on your day in and day out. To me, those are 5 steps of baseball that you have to work on every day.
It's a dance at every position, right?
Today, yesterday and day before, we're talking F7s, What are you, 6 to 3s, 5 to 3. We're talking basic plays that you just routine plays that you have to come out with. Steven and I talk about this all the time, Corey. You've got to make routine outs on routine plays. And then those superstar plays will just find themselves out there somehow. So to win a really close game, you got to make all the routine plays. And then you've got to make 1 or 2 superstar ESPN type of plays out there. And right now, Aztec just really struggling to make the routine plays. I mean, to throw strikes, to bunt somebody over, to not get thrown out on the base on a base running error. Things like that.
And Coach Favorino coming in just 2 weeks before the season, didn't have time to work on this stuff or implement these things or
completely hamstring.
Yeah, kind of just not in a position to really get your team ready the way you want to. And right now, you're basically having to manage the situation, and you're going to have to help these kids get better through the season, and I'm sure that's going to happen. And once they get to this next offseason, I'm sure that Coach Favorino will start working extremely hard at getting this program going and building something for the future. So it's a growing time for the Tigers right now. It's time for growth, I guess.
I mean,
getting better.
What did we say? You were the one that brought this up. 3 years. 3 years to implement.
Yeah, before it's your team, as a coach, you have to have a team for 3 years before it becomes your team, and that's because these kids filter out, and then you've had 3 years of building your own team. So that's kind of how that plays out. So now we got number 12. It's not Noah Lundstrom anymore. So
it's Ethan Taylor.
Okay. Oh my.
His first at bat.
Ethan Taylor, not
Ethan
Evan.
Taylor.
I was like, isn't he already in the game? Evan Taylor is the pitcher.
Bases juice, 2 outs. Just need 1 out. That's the way to come in and get started. Throw a strike. Help your team out. Help yourself out.
And Grants has batted all the way through the lineup, and we are back.
Yeah, you talked about it, Steven. Implement your program. But, there's a shot out to left. This should do it. It does. Comes in, making the play on the run. And that is F7 for out number 3. We'll give Steven a moment to get that figured out. But, Corey, I mean, seriously, how can you get your program up to par when you got 2 weeks before the season starts? You haven't seen them on the field. You haven't seen them in the cages. You haven't got them out in the bullpen. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing it right now that Aztec is learning in season versus preseason now, right? They're implementing their program. So, I mean, Coach Favorino, my guess is before the game, Coach Favorino said, I don't care about the score at the end of this game. Yeah, absolutely you want to win the game, but I want the fundamentals. I want to see progress on every aspect of the game as we're taking steps forward. We're not just sitting back and making errors and dwelling on that. We're moving forward with each game.
Well, and I'll finish this out. It was 4 runs on 1 hit, 3 runners left on base, and no errors. But to go off your point too, is each one of these young men on this team needs to understand what their job is and focus on what they need to do. And if you can get them thinking that way, like, this is my job, these are the things I need to know, I need to understand the situations I'm in, that's going to make you a better ball team than just everybody kind of trying to make it happen. Like, focus, take care of your job. This is your job. You play first base. These are the things you need to know. These are the things you need to do, correct? You're in center field. This is the things you need to work on. These are the things you need to know and get good at those things. And I really think that Favorino, he'll start moving that direction. But like you said, it's the difference between learning in season and learning out of season.
That's a great point. And, Aztec they'll be all right. I mean, once they get more games and more coaching time with this new coaching staff underneath their belt, I mean, you're going to see a lot better team. But the one thing you want to see is this team improving towards the end of the season. Right now, you guys have said this a number of times, Stephen and Corey, these tournaments are for almost practice. They're game time type of situations for yourself. It's district when you really want to be rolling. And let's see what Aztec does. Just so you know, we got number 24, Josiah Marquez, on the mound throwing. So he is coming in for relief with Evan Taylor.
Our good buddy Corey Gropp just messaged us on Facebook, but he said, the coach is coaching and teaching as the season goes. Tough situation, but he's got this. So thank you, Mr. Gropp. We love hearing from Corey. He's our guy. We miss him. But thank you for tuning in and checking it out. I hope you're enjoying that, man. All our new camera views and things like that, our center field camera.
Because somebody had to take off to Cobra.
Yeah, that's right. But we're hoping we see you here next year at the PV tournament. So that one's in there for strike.
Well, we've been blessed because insert Corey Gropp, who's been, he was instrumental in bringing us into Aztec and keeping us there.
Yes.
And then now insert David Sweet, who's become, just like Corey to us, an excellent friend and a business partner. A lot of respect for both of those guys. There's a line drive
shot
right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting for Hells. He hit a rocket of a line drive right back at the pitcher.
And Aztec has done pretty well at the plate today. They definitely have. So good job by Hells. That's going to bring, was that Hells? That was Hells, wasn't it? Or was that Uriah Gonzalez?
That was Caleb Hells.
Caleb Hells. Off again here. So nice base hit for Hells. Now we got the number 5 for Aztec has come into the game.
Oh, I didn't get that change.
Do you have number 5?
Number 5 is Daniel Meyer.
Daniel
So
Meyer
he got inserted into right field, or at least a hit here. Number 5, Daniel Meyer.
I was going to say that they call a hit on that pitch, and he did.
So Daniel Meyer. Did he get hit by pitch? Is that what happened?
He did.
Well, now Aztec's in business with only 0 outs. It's a 14-1 lead, and if Aztec's going to stay in this ball game, they got to get it done now. So Brooks steps into the plate. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Touches the bag. Ain't going to have time to get it over at first, but gets the unassisted out. Number 1 on the ground ball from Jaden Brooks.
So on the fielder's choice, that is going to be unassisted. You said unassisted, right? 5.
That's correct.
There we go. So runners on first and second now. Score 14-1. Grants Pirates leading. Comes the pitch to number 12, Hunter Clark.
Guys, I just got to give a shout out to my nephew who just walked
They
in.
did.
Brody Light.
Brody.
Oh, man, Brody.
He's a young
Checking
left-hander
in with us.
in the Scorpion program. He's also helped us out a little bit
I was
at
just
Desert
fixing to
Sport
say
Live.
that.
Yes.
Helped us out a
One of
lot
our
in football.
production guys.
We just got the youngsters from Farmington, don't we?
I know.
We picked the best of
Gennaro.
the best over there. We're a little stingy. Clark now with the 1-1 count. He's got 2 runners in scoring position now. And Mayer over at third. You've got Brooks at second. And you've got a 1-1 count. High and inside for ball 2.
So Aztec these last couple innings getting some stuff going, you know, and it's these are the small victories, right, that they need to have in a game like this. And that one's in there for strike 1, 2-1 the count now to Hunter Clark. Hunter 0 for 2 on the day, looking to see if he can't get his first hit of the day. Nope, he's going to get walked. That was ball 4. I only had 2, so Hunter Clark now bases loaded. And we have number 4, Dalton Wilmer, coming to the plate for Aztec. There is 1 out. Bases loaded. Dalton Wilmer with a big opportunity here. That one's in there for strike 1.
I'm not sure who put me in charge of cameras today, but.
Are you struggling over there, pal? Is that what's happening?
A little bit.
Big high fly ball foul.
That's
going out of the field of play.
People getting out of the way. There it comes. It's going to make its way back down the stairs.
We got a game for you coming up here. Game number 12 against the Bloomfield Bobcats and the Uinta Utes from Utah. Should be an excellent game.
I'm just glad to hear you say Uinta.
I've been saying it the whole day other than the first day, man. I really struggled. I just was saying Utes, you know what? I think after the first day I was able to get it dialed in.
Here I am picking on you after you've been so nice to me
dude.
today.
I'll tell you, man, I'm just gearing up. I'm running a little low right now, but I'll catch my second breath, and then it's game on. Oh, man. So coming in relief is Marquez, but he is struggling quite a bit to find the strike zone for the Grants Pirates. There it is again.
Oh.
Walked him.
Now it's going to be a walk anyway, so that's going to be.
Scored a run nonetheless. Yep, here comes Coach, because you know you got, if you come in relief, you got to throw strikes.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And now Aztec is just about 3 runs away with the bases loaded to keeping this game going. And guys, how many times have we talked about you've got to come in and relieve and throw strikes. Use your defense. And we've seen a lot of coaches getting frustrated with their relief pitchers because they are just not getting the job done in a number of games. And now he got the third baseman. It's number 5, Dominic Gonzalez, now coming in relief for the Grants Pirates.
Oh, they're bringing in Dominic Gonzalez. He does it all, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Hits, plays third base. Now he's coming up to the mound. Let's see how Dominic looks out here on the hill. And we have this game. We have 4 more to come. As Albert said, the Bloomfield Bobcats will be taking on the Uinta Utes. And folks, all these games are being pushed onto YouTube. We have them on YouTube. We have them on Facebook Live right now. We got NFHS Network and on the website. So like I said, I continue to tell everybody, go to YouTube. Seems to be the best place. You can pull up your YouTube app on your big screen and just go right to @Desert Sports Live, the little @ symbol, Desert Sports Live, and it'll take you right to us, and you can pull these games up and watch them. And we're hearing that YouTube seems to be the place to go watch. It's extremely clear and clean, and I figured out how to turn on the comment section today, Corey. So that's quite the achievement.
That's right.
We couldn't figure that out last night.
Well, listen, I know you guys are all pumped up about YouTube and all that. I don't really care right now because I am smelling hamburgers
I know.
being cooked behind us.
That just came in the window. I was the same. I was like, oh my gosh, that smells good. I know they're cooking. I think they're cooking a meal for all the teams
They
down
are
there.
before
Yeah.
they take off. Yeah, and I was with you for a moment till I smelt those
know.
burgers come up here, and I was like, all right, guys, I'm sorry.
We just lost all train of thought
I'm
there.
zoned in on the burgers right now.
The cameras go off. You know where I went.
Yeah. If it gets really quiet and nothing changes, you know that we all just disappeared.
Well, it's our guy, number 17. It is Cale Watson, and Watson 1 for 2 on the day. He's got an opportunity. I mean, if he gets one to the gap, he's keeping this game going. If not, he's going to at least put it to a 10-run lead. And Watson, he stepped in there. He's seen a big fastball, and he took a big hack.
Well, I think that's pretty much what we're going to see from Mr. Gonzalez. He's just going to be firing away as that thing was coming in hot.
It was a rocket of a fastball. Working out of the stretch with the bases loaded. Here comes a pitch. Curveball. Down low for ball 1.
Didn't miss by much, I don't think.
Well, the catcher thought it was a strike. That's for sure. He held it there for a second. There's a pitch. That is a foul ball back here by us. Of course, it doesn't come towards us because we just can't seem to get us a foul ball up here, but I guess that's a good thing with all this expensive equipment.
I know. You quit wishing for a foul ball up here, Albert.
Listen, as long as I'm wishing for one, it's not going to come. It's reverse
Oh,
psychology.
okay. I see what you're doing.
If I say, oh, good, it missed us, the next one's coming this way. Come on, guys. Oh, there's a shot out to the left. It's going out of the field of play. No, it's going to stay in, but just out in that spot where nobody can get to it. So 1-2 the count now on Kel Watson.
Kel Watson seems to be enjoying this pitching. He's taking a hack at every one of these.
Well, Kel Watson has played some big-time baseball in his baseball career. I mean, he played for Martin Bayless with the Drillers. They have traveled all over the country with that team. He played for Eli Wyatt and the Frackers and Connie Mack. Those guys traveled a little bit last year. Of course, seeing the pitching you're going to face in the Connie Mack World Series. So, man, this is nothing new for Watson. He's just that high level of a baseball player, and he's used to seeing that type of pitching. But 1-2 the count here. Let's see if Gonzalez digs in here and finds a way to get Kel Watson out. But Watson not going away easily.
Watson is all over it. And, man, if he can get his timing down, he can definitely put one out there, score a few runs here for the Tigers. Here it comes. Ooh.
In the dirt. We both thought the same thing. Here it goes. Well, I will say this. It's a beautiful day, at least up to this point. It's supposed to be a little windy today, but not as bad as yesterday. But you could already feel it's a lot warmer today.
It's high and outside. Full count now to Kel Watson as he battles back in the count. Gonzalez now out on the mound. He was playing over there at third base. Comes the pitch, and man, he was way ahead of that one.
And that was a good old fastball from Gonzalez, so Kel got way around that.
Man.
Let's see if maybe he's going to see something in the realm of an off-speed pitch here.
All right, Gonzalez gets his pitch. One out. And that's going to walk in a run. Another run as Kel Watson wins the battle. Let's move everybody around here on the old score sheet. And that's going to bring up number 7, Corey Douglas. He had that big double out to the fence back in the second inning. But he is 1 for 2 on the day. As it is 14-3, and was it 2 runs keeps this game alive for the Tigers?
It does. Keeps this game going. I got to tell you, Grant was cruising right along, and then Coach decided he wanted to see some more arms out there. And, yeah, they still got a big lead, but if you want to use the analogy that the old wheels have come off just a little bit, they've come off a little bit here on the mound for the Grants Pirates because they are struggling mightily to throw strikes here in relief.
Yeah, trying to find the spot. That one is outside. That catcher's trying to frame it, but that one was a little bit too far.
Well, and Corey, I think sometimes you know more than anybody being a catcher. Sometimes these coaches overthink things. Don't you think? I mean, seriously, we're trying to be fancy around the plate and hit this spot and hit that. Whatever happened to just get up there and go throw strikes and use your defense?
Yeah, especially at the lead like this right now. Just go in there and throw strikes. Let's not overcomplicate it.
I mean, again, here's Grant. Unfortunately for Dominic, he's down in the count, and you can see them consistently trying to hit the outer half of the plate, and it's just not there. They haven't even been anywhere near that strike zone there when they're trying to hit the outer half of the plate. So let's see if old Dominic can settle down here and get himself an out. But Douglas, he's going to have something to say about that himself.
He's battling out there for sure.
He sure is.
Man.
Aztec is battling when it's in the zone, though.
Yeah, if you're Gonzalez, you just got to be you got to be frustrated right now, going, man, I cannot find that pitch to get the out. Let's see what happens here.
Man, guys, see what I mean? They're trying to throw the outside pitch, and it's just not there. At what point do you realize, let's stop trying to throw the outside pitch? You know, I just don't understand the approach sometimes. But that's why I'm up here, not down there on the field.
I mean, although we have been right with everything we're calling.
We've been perfect.
Perfect.
So it's a 10-run lead now. And one base hit is going to keep this game going. I got to tell you, I mean, I don't know if it was you, Steven, or Corey, who said this earlier. It was an excellent point about just being so stubborn about trying to do this and that when it's not working, to realize, hey, that's not working. We got to change it up a little bit.
So that's strike two. 0-2 the count to Tyler Ray. 1 out, bases loaded, and Gonzalez came in and walked in 2 runs to give the Tigers some life. That was going to be high for ball 1.
That was clearly a waste pitch. See if they could get him chasing it, and who doesn't love a high fastball?
Yeah, right up in the eyeballs right there. Want to take a swing at it. Oh.
Holy moly.
Called that a strike.
Rung
him up. So Tyler Ray will go down looking, and that'll make it 2 outs with bases loaded. Uriah Gonzalez coming up to the plate for the Tigers. And I only have him hitting once today. Got on that error, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got he got on an error and struck out in the in the 4th.
That's right.
Well, if you're looking for some runs, this is the guy you want at the plate, because he's come through in some big spots. He's going to swing and miss on a high fastball for 0-1 on the count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, high fastball again. So now Grant's getting away from trying to paint the outer half of the plate. They're just throwing it right down the middle, and Gonzalez has been on point since then.
He's going to foul that one off.
I just realized we got the battles of the Gonzalez's.
That's right, the 2 third basemen.
And they are third base. I just realized that too.
Yeah.
Good catch, Steven. Both the Gonzalez's play third base here. They're battling each other right now, and it's an 0-2 count. Nice dig out of the pitch in the dirt and way out in the left side batter box. So 1-2 the count. Let's see if Gonzalez can come up with something ornery here for his team to keep this inning going. Or excuse me, keep this game going. Ground ball to the shortstop. Going to be a tough play. Fielded. Here's the throw to first in time. And that'll end the ball game as Grants will win this game 14-4 over the Aztec Tigers. And we're going to gear up now for the Bloomfield Bobcats taking on Utah Utes from Utah. And, hey, you know, tip your hat to Grants. They had a fantastic tournament here. They went 2-1 here in the Scorpion tournament. And we're going to check out on our Facebook page, because we're going to be announcing our first ever Desert Sports Live all-tournament team after this tournament's done.
Yes, we will. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We will be back shortly for game 12 of the Scorpion Invite. We appreciate all you getting on. We're going to shut it down so we can take a break and do everything we need to do. Go ahead. Sorry, you got to get that in. I forgot. Get the player of the game.
We're going to get the player of the game. And Steven likes to just boot me
know.
off the air all the time.
That is not true.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going with our guy, the shortstop. It is Estefan, right?
Barella?
Barella. Yeah, They call him Steven, but it's on the roster as Esteban. So Esteban or Steven, whatever you want to call it, Barella, the shortstop, number 6, our Desert Sports Live player of the game.
All right, folks, that's going to do it. We're going to go off the air. We're going to take a break real quick and get ready for our next game. Thanks for watching.